Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 1 of season 3 of The Expanse. A little unfair to you guys is that I watched the season 2 finale yesterday, and so I get to watch the season 3 premiere today. I can't imagine how you felt knowing that that's where it was left off and you had to wait for more. Oh, it would have killed me. I am so happy that I don't have to do that. I'm happy I don't have commercial breaks. I'm happy that I don't have like holiday weeks in between. I'm so happy that I can watch it. I'd say at my leisure, but it's kind of more at like my obsession. So like I should be watching Halloween movies right now. I should be recording those. And instead, I can't wait to get to more of The Expanse. It's this obsession that I have now. Like, I need more info. I need to know how these people are doing. I need to know what happens because there's so much that happens that is just so wild and amazing and beautiful and terrifying and just eye opening and astounding and all in the same breath. I think we should just call it The Expanse, right? So at the end of the last episode, Bobbie saves the day. Cotillard is injured and Chrisjen is actually slightly useless. Like she's trying to coach Cotillard into saying some things to help like negotiations to either help free them or at least have them take her so Cotillard and Bobbie are free, but Bobbie finds a way to get back to the dropship where Cotillard has brought her armor. And I think Cotillard is very smart. He was fully prepared that they were going to have to do some sort of battle or that they were going to need that armor. Smart on him for thinking that way. You know what? He might have been smarter than a Marine, but he thought like a Marine, and I love that. And Bobbie comes in clutch, man. She saves the day. Right when Chrisjen is like about ready to meet her maker, she's it was almost lights out for her, and here's Bobbie. And it was such an amazing moment. It's funny that I'm so used to Chrisjen being able to talk her way out of things, manipulate things, but she was really in the position that she had absolutely no power. Even when she thought that she was kind of gaining power by negotiations, they were like, fooled you. And, she got. And it's nice to actually see that Chrisjen's not perfect. I mean, she's been mostly perfect. Like she's like such a great character in the sense that like she doesn't take bullshit. She doesn't listen to bullshit. She doesn't talk bullshit. Like she's not bullshit. But it was nice to kind of see that really human moment from her. And I mean she has human feeling moments, but like one where she wasn't in control. So the Rossi crew kind of outsmarts the Proto Goblin, as I like to call it, by throwing a nuke into space. And Prax kind of had this moment where it was like, is he going to or isn't he? Because I think he was really studying the goblin. But I think he was like trying to see if there was still a person in there, if it was May, if there was like something that was human still inside of it. And he throws it up at the last minute, and you see it kind of like it's so happy that it has its precious, and it's just like it has this energy now, and then the Rossi fries it with its engine. I don't know how that doesn't ignite a nuke, but I don't know how nukes work. So I assume that they know what they're talking about and what they're doing. I don't know. And it felt like Holden was really willing to sacrifice himself necessarily to save the crew, or maybe he didn't want to, but he was willing to try anything to get rid of the proto goblin. Anything that is proto moleculed in nature. Holden, I don't want to say he's irrational about it necessarily, but like there's no sacrifice too big to get rid of it. And I don't know if he 100% would have sacrificed himself, but I feel like he would have. Amos lied about the fact that Holden would survive if they blew the hatches and blew the proto goblin out into space, and Naomi calls him on it. And Naomi and him kind of have a little discussion, which I have like a really hard time reading how Amos is going to process a situation. Now, me personally, if I thought that somebody was doing something that would endanger me and they knocked me out with painkillers, I would be pissed, right? But that's not Amos's reaction. His reaction is to apologize for having to have her do that. that was heartbreaking. There's not a moment with Amos that isn't heartbreaking. The fact that he knows how to kill people, that he knew that the potassium in the blood would eventually kill somebody, and Prax even says, you know how to kill people, like, in a lot of different ways. Like, you know a lot of ways in which people die, and that's our boy, you know. And then he later, you know, when he's telling the story about welding the regulator and how it would blow up and all that it's like he knows how to do all these things that could really endanger people, which comes in handy. But then it still begs the question, how many people has he killed? We don't want an actual body count or a body count. You know what I mean? But it's still very heartbreaking that he still tried to put it on himself, that like he apologized that she even had to do it in the first place. And he says that he's trying to make decisions for himself, and I think that that's amazing. And he's very sad that he doesn't make the right ones. And if we all made the right decision, boy, would the world be a different place. And Naomi even points it out. She's like, not everybody always makes the right decision. And it showcased later on in the episode that she might not have made the right decision about something else. Amos is just this beautifully confusing puzzle. Love that guy. Now, a guy that I don't love, Dr. Strickland. He needs the Dresden treatment. He needs a little bit of that Miller action to come happen. I don't know if he even dies, but like if he does, I want someone to yell, "It's Miller time," and just be like, pew, 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 pew. Like, you know, like, and I would hope that it's Prax, only because of May, and like we see May in that cryo tube. So is she still alive? I don't know. Is she dead? Can't tell. Is she just frozen? Definitely. But she's with a whole bunch of other kids or people that are in those other capsules. That's a lot of kids. So, like, I would really like for Prax to have his moment, but Prax doesn't strike me as the guy that would even do that. Like, he's a plant guy, so he's definitely a guy that values life. And as somebody who is a plant person, I would say the same, is that, you know, I'm a little tree hugger. Like, anything that's alive, I would like for it to stay alive. Terrified of spiders. But they can live here. It's fine. Naomi admits to Holden that she didn't destroy the torpedo. She thought she was going to die when she was on the somnambulist. And so she sent Fred Johnson the details of where the protomolecule was. He's not the worst person to have the protomolecule, but I also don't know if he's the best. So the way I look at it is when he was collecting all the warheads after the plan to shoot down Eros failed, he had no intention of using them but to get them back. So if he wanted weapons, I think he would hold on to those. But I also think that he is a man who doesn't necessarily want war, but he wants to be well defended if it came to war, right? And there's nothing worse than fighting a war where like there's people who have stronger weapons than you do. And Naomi says this in her speech to Holden, that like Earth has it, Mars has it, the belt needs it. And peace has never been obtained with shooting weapons at each other. But the protomolecule is out there. And I think her exact words were, it's part of the equation and it always will be. I totally see that. So Dawes has Codazar, but no research and no protomolecule. Fred Johnson has a protomolecule and Codazar's research, but no scientist to put it together. Maybe he has a really smart scientist on Tycho Station. Who knows? Ganymede had proto-goblins. I don't know if there's any more that are on Ganymede. I don't know where Strickland was when we saw him with all the kiddos, the proto-kiddos that were gestating, I guess, in their tubes. I don't know where that was taking place. I don't think on Ganymede. If it is Ganymede, it's on the other side of Ganymede or something, because it seems like that'd be the best place to have something go through a total transformation, right? Because of the fact that it is a place where people gestate. It's where pregnancies can come to full term without being affected by radiation. I don't think it has anything to do with gravity, but definitely radiation protection in space seems pretty important. But then we have Jules Pierre Mao, who has everything he needs, and Ehrenreich has him. So, oh, shit. And the fact that we got that most beautiful visual of the Arbogast just being ripped apart, and like everything was like floating. Poor Adam Savage, but like it was beautiful and it was terrifying. And then they like really focused on Janice and Iturbi, and Janice looked scared, which, yeah, that's the correct response. Iturbi looked kind of shocked, and then a smile crept across his face. I don't know if he was in awe, if they're happy, are they breathing, is everything okay in this little bubble? All I know is that when you start to see that protomolecule come up through there, that's not good. And then when you see what it does, also not good, but I don't know what that means. I don't know how they survive that, but I don't know what happens after that either. The protomolecule defies everything. Logic, reason, science, math, rules of the heart, like everything. And the consciousness that it holds on to and what it's building on Venus. I don't know if their consciousness then go into what it's building. I don't know. I don't know what happens from here on out. Like, it always keeps me guessing, and that's the best thing about the protomolecule, is that it can do whatever the fuck it wants. And it does. And it will. Because as we now know, it is part of the equation, and it always will be. So on that note, I feel like we're going to be back with Fred Johnson. I feel like we're going to have to go back to Tycho Station. I don't know how Holden and him are going to come back together after their little convo where Fred Johnson says, if you don't give it to me, you're not welcome here. Well, he gave it to him. Naomi doesn't have to mention Holden didn't know. She could say, well, Holden told me to tell you about it. He wanted you to have this. We thought we were going to die. Very smart, if that's what they do. Interested to know Strickland, where he's at, what he's doing, how that's playing out. God, again, don't have kids, don't want kids hurt. The one does not have anything to do with the other. I hate when children are being hurt. Probably going to catch up with Dawes. Maybe we're probably going back to Ceres at some point. So Ceres, Tycho Station. Definitely we have to catch up with Chrisjen and see if they got off that station and back to Earth. Aaron Wright fucked around. Is he about ready to find out? Like, I don't know. Just everything that was like happening just went right on its ass. Right on its ass. Everything that I thought, like, I was just like, I know the direction this is heading. Nope. Nope. No more. So it's, there's so many questions, and I don't think any of them are going to be answered immediately, maybe ever. It might take 2 seasons for things to get answered. Because definitely I knew that the torpedo is going to come back at some point. I know that they like mentioned it here and there in certain areas, but I'm like, it's out there. Obviously, it's going to be a key player, and here we are with Fred Johnson having that weapon. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I feel like I have been talking for 20 minutes, and I know how much you guys love when I talk a lot. Some of you. Some of the other people, you're the reason why the chapter titles are what they are. All right, guys, let's get into it. Ow! Punch knuckle. Punched my desk in a fit of joy. I don't know what they're singing, but it's really pretty. I'm guessing it's Latin. Separated it from every nut and bolt.
The activity of what multiple sources are calling the proto-molecule.
It's out. Oh my god, everyone knows. Holy shit.
We will not back down. Our people are united in purpose. March on prevail.
War is imminent. War is imminent. Oh, god damn it.
We need to get Mars back to the table before this madness spreads past Ganymede. Where the hell is
Yeah.
Chrisjen?
We don't know. She still hasn't reported in. Sir, any overtures towards peace would be a grave mistake.
I'm the Secretary General. I will make that decision.
Yeah, Aaron, right?
Future generations will look back on this day as the moment that you forged your legacy.
Yeah, but it could be good or bad.
Convene the Security Council. I want a formal declaration of war.
You heard the Secretary General. Let's go.
Aaron Wright just got a boner.
The strategy. Joe, go with her.
Where is Chrisjen? There she is. Or is that the Rossi? It's Rossi. Never mind. Well, then why are you outside working? Oh, I see. Yeah, what was that about, Prax?
Right.
Is he okay?
Look, I know Holden. There's no way he's okay after everything that went down. What do we do?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
All we did was draw lucky straws in the can. We were stronger together, now we're not.
Amos.
We're not done here. Look, just look in my eyes and tell me the God's honest truth. What were you thinking when Naomi told you what she did?
She's not the person I thought she was.
Oh, no.
We're about to be in the middle of a war zone.
Yep.
We'll need a new transponder name and drive signature. The ship would be a prize for either side.
Copy that.
So I gotta change the name? No! It's so weird to cry over something like that, but I am. It's so fucking sad.
Pick it up.
I don't want to.
Pick it up! If anyone else but me comes through that door, you put them on the ground.
Don't you dare leave us here.
Oh, Chrisjen. Oh, Chrisjen. Like I said, interesting to see her in that position.
I'll be right back.
You're fired.
Nah, she's not. Oh my god. I love her. Sup, buddy?
I thought we had a deal.
New deal.
I was rooting for you.
Oh, it's what kept me going. Well, today you get to be a hero.
Yes. I was wondering what was going to happen to that guy. I don't want them to change the name.
Inners finally got their war.
I need a new name for our transponder.
Okay, how about,
Don't be stupid.
how about Contorta? It's short for Pinus contorta or P contorta. It's this type of pine tree from Earth. In order for them to survive, they have to die with fire.
Huh. Mine would be
Seeds
the
come from
Monstera.
That's the wisdom of the pines.
I like Brax. I can't believe we don't have the ship name anymore.
Because I have the Ender's weapon, and you have the key to harnessing that weapon. The more you share, the more your bowl will be plentiful.
Shit, I didn't actually think about Fred Johnson working with Dawes. F.
Why are you looking at me like that? I saved your life.
I have a new dent in my skull.
Would you like another one?
I love their relationship.
So you're in charge of defense?
Damn right.
The only time she's never sounded confident.
Shit.
Come on, Chrisjen. Oh, it's Bobbie.
Well done, madam.
She did it.
Give me that.
Huh?
Yeah.
I haven't been forthright about Avasarala's absence or her recent actions, not while there was still any doubt.
You gonna throw her under the bus?
I believe she's involved in a conspiracy against this government.
You better be goddamn sure before bringing charges like that to me.
Mm-hmm.
She saved Earth from Eros.
From a disaster that she unleashed herself.
Oh,
Look, it was Chrisjen
right.
who convinced us to give control of the missiles to Fred Johnson during the Eros crisis. Missiles that still go unaccounted for.
So where is she now?
He didn't give them back?
Why the hell wouldn't you tell me about this, Xander?
Because this is a woman I love. Christ, she's almost a mother to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Anything's possible when she realizes she's no longer safe.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Ehrenreich, I was liking
What do
you.
you want me to do?
Die. I don't know. Christian's got an amazing way of getting out of those things. Are you doing... You've got a hole in your abdomen, girl. Well, okay.
Sample all along. Holden lied to us.
Who told you where to find it?
Naomi Nagata.
Bitch.
Now we have a deterrent.
You're crawling into bed with Anderson Dawes, who incited my belters into nearly firing missiles at Earth, who nearly destroyed Tycho and got both of us killed.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Those arms are amazing.
We should go to Tycho.
Hey.
No.
Fred Johnson will help us.
Of course he will. You brought him the blue goo. Now you want to bring him a nice little warship.
Mm-hmm.
But we all decided as a group to fly that crap into the sun, so what gives you the right to make that decision for all of us?
We were talking about survival. We've got no friends, no safe harbor. We are living on borrowed time if we don't get this ship parked.
She played the only card they had, so she's not
Get
wrong.
us to Tycho, and you'll never have to see my face again.
Oh, I don't like it, but she did the right thing. Not keeping it, but giving it to Fred Johnson. No, no. It's just part of the equation now.
We're just a flight crew.
Oh, damn it. Kotiar. Damn.
We should go to Tycho.
Okay.
Alex thinks so too. I hate it, but she's right. Fred Johnson's the devil we know.
And he owes us. Because of Naomi.
Yep.
Yep.
Let me know when everything's finished.
Holden looked like he wanted to throw up for a second there.
How's your leg?
It's fine.
Oh!
You should try tea.
Oh, shit.
What was that?
That wasn't me. It's the automatic defense countermeasures.
Defense against what?
Oh,
missile from that escort ship. That would have been my move too.
17 minutes till impact if this perfume bottle maintains current thrust.
Perfume bottle?
When I was not selling out to the captain, he told us Mal kept his kid's ship up in the hangar bay. A racing ship.
Let's go.
The Razor Crest. Ah! Finally a payoff.
There's a comms buffer somewhere in the memory panels.
Get it for me, please.
Now?
Is this our priority?
Yes.
It should be on there.
It's my job to keep you alive, and you're making it damn difficult.
If I don't have any evidence, then my life isn't worth much either.
Should I just pick her up?
You try it.
There's no time.
Focus and get me what I need. It is very important.
That whole moment was amazing.
Nature's only constant. Change.
Mm-hmm.
You really
Sucks.
love body metaphors. How about one for a guy who has a problem tilting at windmills? I tend to take on fights that can't be won.
He does. At least he knows it.
Oh, it's too bad. It's the way a child looks at things, with a sense of the possible.
God, I love Prax.
But fools keep going, even when they know there's no chance of winning.
I knew a guy like that once.
What happened to him?
That wasn't May on our ship.
I'll probably never know.
Don't like that backpack.
I got it.
For sure?
You've done your planet a great service.
She says that to everyone. Let's go.
Bobbie in that suit is just like it's very RoboCop, isn't it?
The hangar bay won't open.
What?
It's the countermeasures. When the ship's under threat, everything goes into lockdown.
Oh, for the love of God.
Stay here.
What are you doing? What is it's just the shit hitting the fan over and over again, and I don't know how to avoid the shit.
From Alex Kamal to Talissa and Melis Kamal, Residential Dome, 2-6, Breach Candy District. So, I should have called you after the Donager. I know, better late than never.
It's really late.
I know you hate when I say that. You listen to what the government and your mama tells you. They'll keep you safe. I've been an awful husband. Been a worse father.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Do better.
I think this is what I've always really wanted to do. More than I wanted to be there with you. I just could never really tell you that. But that doesn't mean that for 1 second I do not love you. Both of you. Very, very much.
Wow. He literally just told him that they were not his priority. Wow. I don't know if I would have sent that message. Oh, I thought something shot her from the outside. Of course it was Bobbie. Oh my God. Is there anything she can't do? I mean... God. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No, no, no. Oh God. Catch yourself on something. Dear God. Holy shit.
This plan sucks.
I'm not gonna totally disagree.
She isn't even a pilot.
You'll need to find out if you were on board. So we'll be alright.
Cotillard is a smart man. Alright, Bobbie. Alright, Bobbie. Don't fall this time. Wild. Wild. Again, still mystified that this show was canceled.
I didn't give a fuck about your daughter.
Jim.
Whoa.
I used you. We owe you some answers. So at least you know we did everything we could to find her. When the hybrid burned up in our drive, it timed exactly with that ship that got pulled apart over Venus. Now we know the protomolecule is connected, that it communicates with itself, and something else happened at that same moment.
Uh-huh.
On Io. Another shout from the protomolecule. And Io's still within range.
Look, we've already decided.
That's where the proto kids are.
Helium-3 refinery there. built by Jules Pierre Mao.
Look past your anger towards me, please.
This isn't
He's
about
not
you.
even angry. He's not
I don't
acting
give a damn about
angry.
the protomolecule anymore. It's out there now. So be it. But we promised Prax we'd help him find his daughter. And we did every damn thing except
We're
that.
all in agreement. Tycho is the only way we survive.
Naomi, sit down.
Fred Johnson will help us.
Fuck it. I'm in.
Amos.
I'll go set a course.
Holden, you son of a bitch. He wasn't being overly emotional. He was being empathetic. Look at what Holden can do. Look at what Holden can do. Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
More ships, more war, more death. You and Dawes want to join that party?
The idea is to prevent exactly that.
When I'm pissed off, you normally have the good sense to stay the hell away for a couple of days, and it's been 2 hours. So what is it you want?
I love it. She just calls him out.
I need you to lead a salvage mission. Bring back the Naboo.
Oh, they don't have it anymore?
No, why would
We're
you?
gonna retrofit the ship for the belt. Because soon, we're not gonna be a bunch of tribes. We're gonna be a nation. We need to be
A
ready.
cathedral converted into a warship sounds like the heart of a great and lasting nation.
Will you go?
Can I finish my drink first?
I mean, again, I don't think Fred Johnson's intentions are horrible by any means. Him being in bed with Dawes is just kind of icky.
Don't forget your antibiotics.
I won't. Good job, Marine.
Same to you, Spy.
I love that relationship too. The mutual respect. And the bond these two have because of her son.
Now we're anonymous. I need to stow my suit.
Razorback.
All that tinsel.
Is this
Haha.
really the time for fashion advice?
At 6 Gs, that junk will tear your head off. You decide.
Yeah, take it off. Iron Maiden? I don't know. I don't know if we can call her that, but it's what it looked like. Iron Man action. Haven't seen Julie in a while.
And then what happens?
I'm interested to find that out myself.
Powering up.
Oh, it's so cool. Did I think when I finally got to see the Razorback that it wouldn't be Julie and that Chrisjen would be in it? No. I'm still not mad about it. The Razorback. We finally got that ship and we lost the Rossi. Oh my god. Where's Cotillard?
Did Cotillard get out?
I'm sure he did. Now quiet.
I love that she just tells Chrisjen what's up. Oh shit.
Oh, get me off this ship.
Hit your tits and pucker up. It's time to peel the paint.
Wow. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's the end. Oh my god. This is how everyone feels at the end of every episode. I know, but like, god damn, it was good. Finally get the Razorback. But we lose the Rocinante. By name. They rename it the Contorta, which I love that Prax. I love that Prax is Prax. That he like names it after a pine tree on Earth. That like the seeds survive fire. Like that's that is very much a Prax thing to do. They have to die with fire. There's like such a phoenix type situation that comes from that, right? That like rising from the ashes almost. Very appropriate. Although the Rocinante, can they rename it later? It's wild. Now, Ehrenreich throwing Chrisjen under the bus for essentially everything that he did, while very smart, good on him. It's a really good play. I don't know how he thinks he's not going to get caught. I don't know, like he's seen Chrisjen outsmart him time and time and time again. I don't know how he thinks he's going to be able to get away with it. And I mean, we don't get to see Cotillard and Theo in the dropship and whether or not they survive, but we do see the Razorback get away. So at least we know Chrisjen has the information, has the message that Ehrenreich sent to Jules Pierremont. Hopefully that was on it. Not confirmed. Hopefully that's confirmed. Hopefully that's a thing. Hopefully that happened. For the love of God. Theo came in clutch. You know, Bobbie, like, showing him mercy and realizing that, like, he's just an electrician. He wasn't part of, you know, the whole Mao plan of whatever, the whole Ehrenreich Mao plan. And she kept him alive, and he proved to be very useful. Very, very useful. Not as much as, like, as maybe somebody else on that ship would have been, but he still helped out a lot. Now, the relationships that Cotillard and Chrisjen have, and Cotillard and Bobbie and Chrisjen, like, it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining because Cotillard very much, you know, still likes to put Chrisjen in her place, but, like, it's a very, like, mother-son type of playfulness that's there. And, you know, she very much is authoritative and tells him, you know, like, to shut the F up and, you know, is bossing him around. But, like, you can tell it's coming from a place of love. And then the way her and Bobbie are together, Bobbie is very much like, kiss my ass. And Chrisjen's very much like, why are you not doing what I'm telling you to do? I'm so used to being able to tell people what to do. And I love the dynamic that they have because it's not hate. And I don't even know if it's a mutual respect quite yet, but it definitely is interesting. I dig it. And now they're stuck on a ship together. I could just tell you that once I knew Bobbie was going to Earth, I wanted her to interact with Chrisjen, and boy, am I getting that wish. It's awesome. It's awesome. Now, the fact that the Secretary General pretty much wants a formal declaration of war against Mars, I don't know if that's happened yet, but definitely in the beginning, they kind of lead you to believe that there's like this media ramp up of everything that's been going on. Everyone knows about the proto-molecule now. Everyone knows about what happened on Venus. I don't know if they know the extent of everything that happened on Eros, and I don't know if they know exactly what happened on Ganymede, but they all know that it's related. How the name Jules Pierremont has not been thrown out there and vilified, at least I didn't hear it, is I'm flabbergasted. But I also find it really weird that the UN secretary would make that decision without consulting Chrisjen, who he has like held in high regard and respect this whole time. And for him to automatically believe Ehrenreich, I don't know if it was a show or if he really did, but that's shitty because he knows her. He knows her. Well, maybe he also knows Ehrenreich, but pisses me off. Now we caught up with Drummer, who, despite having a hole in her abdomen, still performing admirably. But when she finds out that Fred Johnson wants to work with Dawes, you can tell that she is not only just pissed, but like she lost respect for Fred. And it's very evident when they're in the bar talking back and forth how disgusted she is by that decision that was made and how much she does not trust Dawes, and she wanted to get away from Dawes, and now she's back working, not necessarily with him, but like now the person that she wanted to follow is working with Dawes. I could see her being upset with Fred for a while. Now, the fact that he mentioned the Nauvoo, I had wondered about that. I didn't know if it had come back, if it was just floating out into space, like what had happened to it. And now he wants to take it to Ceres. Is that what happened? Actually, he says he's going to retrofit it for the belt. I don't know what that means. He did mention that instead of being tribes, they're going to be a nation. I mean, is that going to be like, I mean, because the Naboo is a big fucking ship, right? So, like, would everybody in the belt fit on there? I don't know what he means by that. I don't know what I need clarification, I think. Further episodes will probably tell me exactly what's going on. But he wants Drummer to go get it. Interesting. Now, the rest of the Rossi crew, Cornata. Oh boy, another ship name I gotta learn. For the love of God. Pinus Contorta. Now, the crew of the former ROCINANTE. They're not happy with Naomi. Not only did she lie about the missile or the torpedo in the proto-molecule and said that it was destroyed, but she didn't really give anybody else a choice about it going to Fred Johnson. Alex is pissed because he wanted to give it to Mars. I think Amos just wanted to blow it up, and so did Holden. And she made that choice for them. And I understand them being upset about it. I totally get it. I understand her reasoning for wanting to give it to Fred Johnson, and I even thought that it was a great bargaining chip to help get them back onto Tycho Station because there's pretty much nowhere they can go, except now they're going to go to Io. But they all kind of had a little chip on their shoulder when it came to Naomi. There's this person that they trusted, and even Amos says she's not the person I thought she was. Oof. Oof. That's like when your dad says, like, I'm very disappointed in you. Oh, damn, you feel that deep in your soul. Oh, God. When somebody that you love and respect and you hold in high regard says something like that to you, oh boy, does that hurt. That creates a wound. Now, he doesn't say it to her, but he does say it, and it was enough to hurt me. So I'm sure it would hurt Naomi too. And what I really liked about this episode is that, like, Holden, and they show them destroying the proto-molecule, and it's not all gone, which is very unfortunate, or fortunate, TBD. But that Holden isn't really acting out of a place of emotion. Yes, he smashes the coffee machine, and he has a moment where he just had to, like, release that anger that he had. Been there, done that. But then when he starts, like, looking into Ganymede and the proto-molecule and Venus and all that, like, he realizes that there's another place that there was a little chirp chirp from the proto-molecule. Like, you know how it likes to talk. And he figures out it's on Io. And the whole time, it had nothing to do with Prax's daughter and everything with destroying the proto-molecule. And now he's very focused on finding Prax's daughter. And the fact that he admitted it to Prax, I didn't give a shit about your daughter. It was about the proto-molecule. That's changed. We need to find your daughter. She's probably on Io. That's probably where Strickland is with all the other proto kids. And like, he's talking from a place of sympathy and empathy, and not that rageful, just shoot from the hip Holden. That's, like, kind of my favorite Holden was this episode. What we've seen from him from this episode, you know, like, he's just got such a good heart that, like, once he realized that there was nothing he could do about the proto-molecule, he had another thing that he had to focus on, that he had to save, and that's May. Now, hopefully May's alive. Oh my God. If they go through everything and May is not alive and May is becoming, as Kodazar would say, like, I don't know if I could handle it. And the fact that Amos was like, yep, let's go. I'm in. And Alex was like, yep, I'm in. And just kind of, like, threw Naomi's plan right out the window. They're not happy about going back to Tycho Station. And they're very happy to not do anything Naomi says. Now, like I said, I love Naomi. I think she's a great leader. I think she's a great captain. Had she been the captain of the ship, I think it would have been probably a different scenario, that she didn't need to give any of that information to them. She didn't necessarily owe them any of that information. But the fact that she's not, and she made a choice for them, Okay, I get their anger. It's rightly justified. Now, really interesting that we finally got a little bit more about Alex, and I think I've been a little I kind of haven't cared a little bit about Alex. Like, he's been a great character and everything, but he was the person that I cared the least about. Like, I was just like, hey, if someone's expendable, put the red shirt on Alex. If you guys are going on a mission, he's gonna die. And I think it was because there wasn't enough depth about him, other than him like really loving space and wanting to be, the captain of this ship and do these things. And I knew that he had the picture of his family, and it always really bothered me that he was okay with them thinking that he was dead. And I don't know the backstory necessarily, but the fact that he sends out the message and pretty much tells them like, "This is what I wanted to do more than I wanted to be with you." Ow. I don't know if you needed to send that message. Just let them think that you're dead. Like, if I heard this, it's like, should he send this message? Should he let them just think that he's dead? I would have went with the dead thing. Because there's nothing worse than knowing somebody doesn't want to be with you. Like, their priorities are much higher being a captain on a ship and blowing shit up. Now, I know that that's really generalizing Alex, and I totally get it, but I don't know if he needed to send that message. I'm glad that he did, only because we got a little bit more characterization for him. There was a little bit more behind that. So now we're on our way to Io, which I hope May is okay. I hope May is alive. I hope Prax gets reunited with her. There's hardly ever any happy endings when it comes to daughters on this show, so I'm not going to hold my breath. Ugh. I think Naomi and the crew are going to be fine after a while. I feel like they're going to have to forgive her at some point. I don't know if the trust will be there or not, but I feel like they have to forgive her. Chrisjen and Bobbie are racing into space on the Razorback, which is just the weirdest damn sentence I think I've ever said about this show. Who knew? Venus is doing what Venus is doing. I still don't know what's up with that. Like, everything that was just floating into space, like, I don't know if those people are still alive. Like, I don't know if the protomolecule is keeping them alive. It just looks like it was blown apart bit by bit. Still really cool. Still very confusing. Is Ehrenreich going to get away with it? Is the General Secretary actually going to declare war against Mars? Are we going to see the Nauvoo again with Drummer at the helm? Something like that. And is that actually going to be the thing that like helps the belt? Is Fred Johnson actually going to be working with Anderson Dawes? Ooh, I can't think of a worse person to be in bed with. Literally and figuratively. But lots of questions. My gosh. What an exciting show. Like I said, and I said this last episode, and I said it during this episode, how the hell did this show get canceled? It's ridiculous. This is an amazing show. The storytelling, the visuals, the surprises, the science, everything. It's just so good. Okay, guys, the full-length reaction will be available on my Patreon, as well as 2 episodes early of the edited versions. Like, subscribe, leave comments down below if I missed anything from this episode. Don't spoil anything in the future, please. Other than that, can't wait for the next one. But I'll see ya.